Hi there again, BookTube, and welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry that I haven't put any YouTube videos up lately. It's just that, as you might be able to tell, I'm not sure, I have moved house and I'm now living with my fiance and it's brilliant. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded anything for like a month, but that's the reason and I'm so sorry. And as you can see behind me, you've never seen this many books in one place behind me before. I have a new bookshelf and I've done a little bit of reorganisation of my books. You can still see my Sword of Truth right there. This is predominantly my fantasy shelf, my fantasy bookcase, all of this, and then this is everything else. Like, I have all my classics up there, and I have Harry Potter and the series of Unfortunate Events here, and then I have like dystopians and stuff, and I have George R. R. Martin down here, which you can't see, and then I have like other stuff that I really don't know how to categorise, which is down that way, which some of it is fantasy, but I have not been able to fit on my fantasy bookcase because I have that much fantasy right now. I just want to update you guys on what I've been reading through the month of September and into October because I have not been able to speak to you. And so let's crack on with my my what I've read. I have started the Throne of Glass series. Why did I not read this before? I am absolutely, positively loving it. I've read the second one as well, and I am currently reading book number 3, and I am part way into it. But I can't believe how absolutely wonderful these books are, and I've labelled the hell out of them, and I just absolutely can't get enough. Throne of Glass just wowed the hell out of me. It really wowed me. I've not enjoyed a book this much for so long, and Selena has just completely blown me away. Selena's an assassin, and she got caught when she was young. She was about 17 when she got caught, and she had to work in the mines for a year, and then the king or the prince comes to her and offers her to compete to be the king's champion, which is basically doing the same job she did before, assassinating people, but for the king instead. So yeah, this book is basically about her going through the competition and going against the other competitors, and you finding out about her and her relationships to people in the past, and how she's going to get through this, and how over the years she was in the mines she got really weak and stuff, and then strengthened herself back up. And yeah, I really love the story. I love Cowl, who is the general of the soldiers and the guards and all that kind of stuff. And I really love the prince, Dorian, because he's got a whole different kind of personality, and obviously there's this big love triangle going on, but I love these books so much. And then the second one is about after the trials. Spoiler alert, she obviously got the job as the champion, because I'm not talking about the second book. And this is her going through the motions of having to do these assassinations of the king and who she's got to assassinate. She comes across people from her past and how she's reconciling having to kill these people for the king and all that kind of stuff. And that's what this book's mainly about, and it's about obviously the Fae coming into it and all magic coming into it. That started off in the Throne of Glass, but it's becoming more prominent the further you go into the story, which is amazing. I can't wait to learn more about the Fae and the storyline, and I can't wait, it's wonderful. And then this book, Selena gets sent away on a mission for the king, and this is about her finding more out about her past, where she comes from, us and the other characters finding out more about her, and it's just so interesting. So I've only got that far into the book and it's already wonderful. I can't put these books down, they're so good. But yeah, that's how far I am in the Throne of Glass series, and I just can't wait to know everything. And I know that Sarah.j.maas has recently bought out another book for this series, and I do have to buy that at some point. But as you can see here, I have the Queen of Shadows book, and I also have the Assassin's Blade. So I will be reading both of those afterwards of this. I will read the Queen of Shadows and then the Assassin's Blade to find out what happened in the past, and then I'll go out when I have to and buy the other one because I'm trying not to buy books. That's another thing. I have not actually bought any books in September or October so far. I'm so proud of myself for doing that because, I mean, I've lent library books, that's fine, I've done that, but I haven't bought any. I'm so proud of myself, and it's just getting to the point now where I do want to go on a buying binge, but I can't afford to, so I will wait, I'll be good. Oh, there's a cat in my window. Yeah, so another book I read was The Novice. I can't show you because it's back at the library, but it's basically about a boy who finds out that he's got powers, which is kind of the basis of most fantasy books, let's be honest. But he has to, in this one, he has to go to a school to learn about his powers, and then he has to kind of go off to war because of his powers. And it's basically just this war going on between the orcs and the mages, as far as I remember. And the orcs are these really big, strong, powerful men, and they all have these creatures that they have with them as well. So the main character has a kind of lizard, dragony type friend, and I can't really remember the specifics, but it was such a good story and I really, really enjoyed it. Guess what I finally finished, guys? This ginormous hunk of a book. I finally finished it, The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. I can't believe I finished it finally. I forced myself to sit and listen to the audiobook and flip through it at the same time. But I do absolutely love Robert Jordan's writing, and my favourite author has based his books off these. But The Great Hunt wasn't brilliant. I think it's that kind of second book that you have to get through to get to the rest of the series. As you can't see, but they're on the shelf below my Sort of Truth books, and that shelf is just full of Robert Jordan's series, and yeah, I really, really love it, but I had to force myself to read this one. The first book was wonderful, but The Great Hunt not so much. It's just Rand kind of complaining and trying to get away from his destiny. So yeah, it's that book that you have to get through to get to the rest of the series, I would say. So I borrowed this from the library, unfortunately The Milk by Neil Gaiman, and I read it on the way home from the library. I finished it just as I sat down in my house. That's how quick of a read it is. I got on the bus and read it. But it's so wonderful. There's like all these little illustrations, it's quite big text, it's a kid's book. But it's just basically this father goes out to fetch some milk from the shop, and he comes home quite late, and he just gives his children this massive long adventure story about why he's so late bringing the milk back from the shop. But like at the end you're not quite sure if it's true or not, but it's so good, and as you can see at the front there's like a dinosaur involved, and like there's all sorts of creatures within the story, and it's really funny. He even brings vampires into it at some point, and it's just wonderful. It made me laugh so much and cheered me up, so I'm happy that I read that. I'd recommend it. Neil Gaiman is such a wonderful author. Read all his books. So a manga I read this month was Pokemon Adventures Volume 2. Finally finished it, and I am really getting so nostalgic about Pokemon reading this right now, and I love all the sort of little differences from the anime and from the games. Like for example, you can see the Pokemon in the Pokeball, and I think that's wonderful. I really like that part of the aspect of these mangas, and yeah, you get to follow Red instead of Ash, which is also brilliant. So yeah, I would really, really recommend the Pokemon Adventures manga. I read The Killing Joke comic book, and it is pretty damn scary, pretty damn like realistic, and all the images in it are just so realistic too. I mean, look at that, it's just so graphic, and wow. And you even get the Joker's backstory, or one of his backstories within this book. So I really like that aspect. I really like the, I don't know if I'd say I like it. There's such a cliffhanger of an ending and there's theories about it, but I won't go into that because I'm not giving spoilers. But it did confuse me, but it's basically the Joker and Batman going against each other, and Batman's telling the Joker that he doesn't want to end up killing him, and he feels that's how it's going to end between them in the end, and that's kind of how the story goes. Yeah, I did really enjoy it though. I also read a book called The Iron Trial, which is a kid's book as well. It's basically another kind of school mage book. They have to go through the Iron Trial and years of school and training to become kind of mages as well. I really enjoyed it personally. Yeah, they just get trained to use their powers, and then there's like creatures and elementals that they have to go up against and stuff to get through their school, and it's very, very dangerous as well. And there's elves and dwarves and all sorts of different kind of peoples, and it's just very, very interesting for a kid's book, so I would recommend The Iron Trial too. I also read the Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Ultimate Guide, which is fabulous. I already knew most of it because I did mythology at university, but it was really refreshing that the author had done his research on the gods and everything. There's obviously a few little things that he changed, obviously for effect, but I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. And I just flew through that really, really quickly. It was very, very fast read, so got through that. Another book I read was Cinder, and that was by Marissa Meyer. I actually really enjoyed it. I went into it thinking that I wouldn't, but I did. I don't normally like sci-fi, but this is very, very mixed in with fantasy and fairy tale type scenarios and dystopian aspects as well, and I just really enjoyed Cinder, and I think I'm going to read the others too because I've already ordered the second book at the library. So yeah, Cinder was fantastic, and I really, really want to carry on with that story. A cyborg trying to get through a world that doesn't like cyborgs, and she's treated badly like Cinder was in Cinderella, and I just really like the connections that the author makes to the Cinder tale, as well as making it her own unique story as well. So yeah, I'd recommend Cinder. I gave that like a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. So currently, as I said, I'm reading The Heir of Fire by Sarah.j.maas, which I'm really, really enjoying, and I'm also currently in the middle of Death Note Volume 3, and I'm in the mood for manga at the moment, so I'm just ploughing my way through Death Note Volume 3, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I really like the investigation aspect of it, and how Light is being suspected of being Kira. So Kira is this figure, the main character Light, and he's killing people. You find this out right at the beginning of the first one, so it's not a spoiler. And basically he's investigating his own murders and helping and trying to figure it out, because I don't think he actually remembers killing. So yeah, he's helping to investigate his own killings and him being Kira, and trying to find out who else is killing people with the Death Note. So it's fabulous. I really, really enjoy reading Death Note. So yeah, that's everything I've read. I feel really proud of myself that I've read that much. I just have not been able to put books down. I was supposed to have been sorting my house out, which it mostly is now. It's just a few things I need to do. But reading is obviously a priority in my life, so thank you so much for watching this quite long video. I just wanted to give you an update on where I am and what I've done in the time that I've not seen you guys, and yeah, thanks so much for coming and watching my video again. I will see you soon. I won't leave it so long this time. And now I have an amazing background of all these books and I love it, so I'm keeping it here, guys. See you soon. Bye!